Hey everybody, it's Miss Nikila.
And Mr. Majors.
And we want to thank you for joining us this week on Speak On It, where we like to keep it fun, keep it real, and keep it aligned with the Word of God. We are in our new place today. Yay! It took some hard work, but we here. Started from the bottom. We can't play that though, because I'm sure there's some copyright to it, and Facebook will kick us all the way out. So again, so make sure you guys are. I'm going to share. Make sure you guys are joining us on our new network station, which is Fifth Column Network. All this time I've been saying it. Fifth Column Network.
Now you forget it.
Right.
Like saying spell who.
Whatever. Don't start with me. Mr. Major's been on one all day long. So today's show, since we are in a new place, we're going to behave ourselves barely. And since we have on pants today, we're going to act like we're dignified. And act like we have a little bit of class, like this much. So we wanted so today's show we are going to kind of do like a little reintroduction. Talk about who we are and how we met, because I'm sure you guys just got to know, right? You know, how he seduced me with candy when I was a little girl.
What?
And how he tricked me
now
off
you're going to have somebody else saying filing for sexual harassment.
Well, it just took a Snicker bar. It didn't take much. It didn't
was
take
it a
much.
Snicker? I thought it was a Tootsie Roll.
It might have been. I don't know. Maybe. It didn't take much. I was a round little thing, so still am. But he loves me, so whatever. But we talk about how we met when we were little, what we did in the meantime, because somewhere somebody broke up with somebody. I'm not going to say any names of who did what.
Mm-hmm. We ain't going to say no names.
But somewhere there was a breakup, and then we'll talk about how when we got back together, we might have a little bit of footage to show you guys. The day he enticed me with more than just candy, it was a ring, and I said yes. I'm gonna tell y'all the story when we get to it, because it was ice cream that was supposed to be involved, and I still didn't get my ice cream on the circle.
It's not my fault.
I'm just saying it was some ice cream that should have been involved, and it didn't happen. So we'll talk about that. And then we're also going to talk about alpha male and alpha female relationships.
Mm-hmm. Can they work?
Will they work? Do you want them to work? We're going to talk about that. So to start off, we are going to talk about when we were little. We were little. So we went to Decatur. And most of our Decatur peeps remember us. We were in middle school, actually.
It was called junior high then.
Oh,
remember how old we are, junior high.
We were in junior high. Tell them about when you seen me get off the bus, that one little story. Didn't you used to tell a story? Did you make that up?
What story?
See, look, he was making up stories. The little story, you was like, oh, I seen you and you was so cute. I was like, yeah, I got to have her.
That wasn't when you got off the bus.
What was it then? You tell it. You want to put some music behind it too?
Well, see, I done drew a blank. You just threw me on the spot like that. You know what I'm saying?
We on the show. Everything is a spot.
Just on the spot.
This whole thing is a spot.
But one day, I seen her. I think I seen you in school first.
In school.
It
was like 10 black people in the whole school.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't hard to. It was 2 buses.
That's more than 10.
We had to ride 45 minutes every day.
But, you know, I seen her and I was like, dang, she's cute, you know.
If I had hair, I'd flip it. Go ahead.
So, you know, that's the day that really I seen her, and, you know, I telling my buddy DC, I gotta get her.
We were like babies.
So
you know what going together was?
Well, everybody was going together. You know, we knew what it was, but it was one particular night. It was a group of us all out walking around. We used to dance in our little groups and everything, and we was just walking. I was telling DC.
Pause for right there. He was in a dance group. He was so cute. Go ahead.
But I was telling my buddy, you know, I'm gonna get her. So that night, I think you ended up on my back. I was giving you a piggyback ride or something.
This is when you can let your kid go outside till like 10
Yeah,
o'clock at night.
It was like 9 o'clock at night.
Because I went over to Keisha Bell's house. Shout
Yep.
out to Keisha Bell.
It
Her
was
mama let us
Friday- it
do
was a Friday
everything.
night.
Her mama let me do nothing.
And
Nothing.
so I think that night, we ended up actually started talking that night. I
Yeah.
think that night, not that night, that time only lasted for like 2 days
Yeah.
or something.
I was immature, y'all.
Well, we all was.
Yeah.
We all was. You know, so I mean that's.
And then we went together, and then in middle school.
Well, yeah, we ended up hooking back up, and
I was a cheerleader.
not hooking up like
No, we did not
these
hook up.
terms today are.
There was none of
None of this. Not for about 5 years.
For those of you that don't know us, this is
Yeah.
this is from our Let's Talk About Sex. And somehow we started from sex to talking about humping. So yeah, there was none of that.
It was not that kind of
I
hookup.
looped up with you like, oh, because we're being romantic. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Yes.
So,
Enough of that.
so you know, it was. We hooked up and it was on from there. It was.
We went together in middle school, and he was in football, and I was
She
a
was a
cheerleader.
cheerleader.
And it was all, it was all beautiful.
It was.
It was, and let me see. Do we have we have some pictures. Let's see. Okay, so we had a couple of pictures. So we were in the 8th grade dance.
We went to the 8th grade dance together and got a picture of that. And we won, what was it, King and Queen.
King and Queen, yeah. We were all cute in our little purple, and so we should recreate that picture
That's cool.
at the wedding.
We didn't wear purple. You wore blue.
Was that a blue dress?
We
It
had
was
a
a
blue
really
dress.
deep blue dress.
Yeah.
It looked purple, like on pictures and stuff. And your crown matched it, and your little tie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were cute.
Yeah, I stayed in my brother's clothes. That was my brother's clothes.
Yeah, so we all, yeah, there it is, and we were really like that couple back then. I don't even know why. Maybe because we just got along with everybody.
Yeah, I think we got along with we didn't.
Everybody.
Well, I had beef with people.
He was
but
always beating up somebody.
I didn't beat up.
You was a fighter
Okay.
and a dancer. I think. What was your dance group name?
We had a couple of different names. The first one,
Like that.
I think the very first one, it was me, Mike, and this guy Waylon.
Oh yeah.
And I think we called ourselves the Heartbreakers or something. It was something like that.
With the little,
And
yeah, girl.
then, you
Little
know,
jizzle down the face.
I might get a lot of feedback from this one because depending on who's watching, a lot of people won't believe us. But we was the first Total Chaos.
Oh, okay.
We started right
I
there
like Star Quest.
on
That's-
33rd and
That's
Carrollton.
too young for some of you young people. Star Quest.
Yeah, we was
Yeah.
in Star Quest and lost to some girls and
I
they
danced
had
in a
on
group.
tights and they was doing the ballerina stuff. And,
You can't compete with girls in tights. You should have known that.
well, it was as it came out, you know, it was a backstory to why we lost. It was
Okay.
part of our fault because we couldn't finish. We couldn't match up the routine, so we had one of the guys like get mad and walk off stage, but we didn't tell nobody it was an act. So he came back on and we just started dancing again. And
Yeah.
you know, plus the girls had on.
Booty shorts or something.
Nah, they had on like full body spandex.
Oh, you can't compete with no girls in full
Yeah.
body spandex.
So you know, we had
yeah.
on our plaid shorts, solid shirt,
We're gonna talk
clear,
about that later.
clear glow in the dark shoes.
Oh
we was tight.
We bought those clear shoes too.
Yeah,
Keisha
did.
Bell again and Angie Murphy. We were gonna dance down at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we'll talk about our dance careers, which I had none because I was a little white girl. I really thought I was like. Part of me thought I was white. I used to flip my hair with the spritz, and my mother would get so mad. She was like, "Your hair don't do that. You're not white. You black." And I would tight roll my jeans.
You did?
Yes.
I think all of us did at some
I
point.
like really thought
It was a little short span, but I think we all did at some point.
just until we was over in Decatur and they reminded us that we were black. That's another story for another day. How about that?
Wow.
So then we had a period where we broke up. I broke up. He said we didn't have to go into it.
Yeah,
but
we didn't.
you know, stuff happens. I was young, and we were young, And so that's what we're going to leave it as.
Yeah.
And
That's all we
then, so what happened? So now we're going to kind of break off and tell what we were doing in the meantime, just in case you don't know. What were you doing in the meantime, Mr. Majors? I'm going to let you go first.
After we broke up?
Yeah.
I
Like,
was a
what did you
straight
do
dog.
from like that 20-year time
Well,
span? What you been into?
I was being a
like I'm
teenage
interviewing
boy.
you.
Yeah, dude. Don't
Oh, Mr. Majors, tell me. What
it?
were you doing?
You don't even give coffee.
I don't even have a table, so.
What kind of interview you putting on? No, but after that I was the typical teenage boy. You know, when his mama worked 3 to 11. You know, so
He was out thotting about the city, huh? Was it thotting back then?
Nah, it wasn't thought.
I don't know what the word was. Thots.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. But you know, after that, I ended up getting married, having 2 girls, and
I would see him while he was married, right? Because let me tell y'all something. I don't believe in praying for nobody else's man or none of that stuff. So he was very married, but he was also the meat cutter at Kroger's. So like the
I was
Kroger's
the
was like
meat manager.
So much innuendo.
he was the meat man. I need some sausage cut. I don't know. That's probably for the after 8 o'clock show.
Yes.
We'll save that
Yes.
for the after 8 o'clock.
And you just got through telling me they want a Christian show.
Anyway, I was being very Christianly like, but you know, I mean, because everybody goes to get bologna cut in heels and smell good with makeup
In
and
an
they hair
evening
done.
gown.
Yeah, like who don't buy bologna?
Kroger cuts bologna.
What Kroger meat department?
They barely put out good meat, let alone cut bologna.
Hey, my meat was good.
Yeah, your meat is good.
It was-
Anyway, I mean, because he had the freshest food, like, out. Like, your meat department was the cleanest ever. But he was married, though. I think I seen him out one time before.
That's twice.
I seen you out twice.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
3.
Was it 3 times I seen you and her together?
Oh, well, maybe it wasn't. I thought you.
He just
talking
introduced
about
me
it
as,
different.
oh, this is a chick I knew back in the day.
I didn't.
He did.
I didn't use them words. I said
This
is
some
a
this
friend
some
from
little
school.
thotty hottie that was back in
Whatever.
that I knew back
Whatever.
in school.
And
But
I apologize to you for it too.
he did. He
I
did.
did.
But we were so you got married.
Mm-hmm.
You had some girls.
Mm-hmm.
They're great girls.
Yes.
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 He's laughing. They don't like me, but that's okay. That's a whole
They
nother
don't even
story.
like me.
They don't like him either, so I don't feel so bad.
Nah, they good girls. They just caught up in a situation that they don't know that they don't need to have. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So
We talked about blended families before
Yeah.
on the show, but you were away, so we should revisit that issue.
can do that.
We can revisit that. Is that cool? I hope all of our old friends are watching. I don't know. I don't have control over it anymore. They're gonna look and make sure.
wonder why we talking about alpha males and females. She don't have control.
I don't have control, and I'm like, "Arr." Everything inside of me.
Wow.
But it's okay though, because I'm learning in the new year. New year, new me, right? New studio.
Yep.
Lose control. We have a great producer. He's awesome. Yeah, you can hear him in the background. Hey. But anyway, so then. Yeah, yes. It was his story. Go ahead. Are you done with your part?
Yeah, pretty much.
For me,
that
I was
pretty
like
much
living
it.
the life, like just out and about and all over town. And I wrote some books. I have 2 books. I'm a published author. One is 7 Days to Pray the Single Away, and the second book is Daughters of the Most High: Why Smart Girls Do Dumb Things and the God Who Loves Them.
Mm-hmm.
I had 3 children in the meantime, 21-year-old, and I got 2 girls, and they're a little younger. I got a grandbaby, so I was pretty busy. I was doing a lot then, speaking, and I also had another show before that. What was it called? Meet Me at the Well. Because my ministry is Hagar's Fountain of Hope. Meet Me at the Well. You see the 2, fountain, water, well. I was pouring into women. I still do. And so those are some of the things that I was working on in the meantime. So you hear me reference the books a lot. And then also I wrote another book, 3 Reasons Why You're Still Single. 3 Reasons Why. So I was doing that kind of stuff. And I was engaged once. It was bad. Josh had to listen to a lot of my bad dating stories.
I loved them. Everybody had a name.
Everybody,
It wasn't their name.
it was never their name. Be like cable guy or military guy. I seen military guy one day. Shout out to military guy. He turned out to be a great person for somebody else. So that's awesome. He's happily married, so that's awesome. But yeah, I mean, a lot of bad relationships. That's where my books came from. It's like where I have a ton of material. If you have bad relationships, get at me, because I could probably help walk you through them. So let me get you out of those bad relationships. So we had that, and I was engaged to a guy. He was a liar and a cheater. He was not even cute. And that's the bad part. Let me tell you something.
See, this is what I y'all tell me if I'm wrong.
Oh my God, here we go.
I hate hearing her stories because, you know, she was mine from the young, and
I've always been yours.
but still, I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
he had a whole
be,
wife.
be making me feel like choking some of these dudes.
No,
I mean,
no. I'm not mad at him. I think that I learned from my bad relationships. And that's where I got books from. I got books, I got speaking engagements, I got material for days.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got movies inside of me, just all from the bad relationships. No, I appreciate all of the bad relationships. I appreciate the no's. I appreciate the ones that didn't work out. I appreciate them because it gave me something to work with.
Okay.
Yeah, and it makes me a better person for you.
I still feel like choking them.
I mean, you can if you see them in the street. I mean,
No, because we want to keep you. Just got you at FCN. We want to keep you, so please don't choke nobody.
I think they do video calls.
we did have remember that one time we had a guest and her husband was in jail? We
yeah.
did a jail call. That was
Yeah.
pretty interesting. But yes, I mean, you know, I don't trip over that kind of stuff. You know, it makes us who we are. And so
Yeah.
anyway, you know, we went through those bad relationships. I got myself together. It's like, okay, no more bad relationships. Let me start acting like I got some good sense. And then somebody crept in my LinkedIn inbox. I wonder who it was.
Ooh.
He went down in the DM. But let me tell y'all though, when he hit my inbox, honestly, I had been going through so much. I really felt that, like, after all those years, I was being punished. Honestly, I told you that.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was being punished. Like it was karma. It was the universe. Like, we're just gonna whoop your tail because what you did to poor Stacy, and you just gonna have horrible relationships. Like, I feel like that's what I was like left to.
I was just setting standards back then. So.
He was. I mean, some of y'all older guys, let me tell y'all, some of the older guys that I talked to was not as good as a 15-year-old boy, which is bad. Yeah.
That was the name of one of them was Old Guy.
It was.
1, 2, and 3. No.
Whatever. Shout out to the old guys. No, I'm just playing. Hey, yeah, that was one of them's names.
Wow.
Yeah. I probably could rewrite another book based off of the stories that I used to tell Josh.
You should.
I should.
You should.
I
Maybe.
will edit.
Yes. We can do a joint collab. And so he crept in my LinkedIn. He didn't creep in my LinkedIn, really. He just asked me how I was and stuff like that. And it was crazy because at the time I had got to a point where I was like, okay, God, enough is enough. I'm ready. I'm ready to get into a relationship. I'm ready to be, you know, with somebody good. And I was praying like I want somebody like Stacy, but I never would pray for Stacy because all I knew was, you know, whatever. I didn't know what he had going on. I wasn't talking to him, so, you know, I never really prayed for him or anything like that. And so when he came, I really wanted to just ask him for forgiveness. Like, can you please tell the universe to stop whooping my tail? Tell the universe that I'm sorry and it's okay for me to move on and move forward.
Keep on going.
But we just started being friends again.
Yeah. Just reconnecting and kind of just flow from there.
Yeah. That's how you gonna say?
What else?
We got some pictures too. He's gonna put those pictures up in a minute.
I mean,
but we've had a great relationship, so we got back together and finally, December the 31st.
Yeah. New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve is when we kind of came public because we kind of stayed underground for a while because of stuff, and we'll leave it at stuff. We stayed underground because we wasn't really ready and we wasn't really pursuing nothing and blah blah blah. Just really getting to know each other.
Yeah, we that's one thing about us is we're actually friends. You know, not just saying that to make it sound mushy
he's
but
my best friend.
That's why if you hear us say we don't argue, we don't argue. We haven't had an argument yet, but we have discussions.
We have strong worded discussions. Which
I
is
wouldn't
why
even
we're
say,
talking about alpha male,
I wouldn't even
alpha
say
female.
strong worded. You know, we just, you know, I think us being friends, we know how to communicate with each other and still be effective without screaming and hollering and cursing and all of that.
Yeah. I be wanting to throw stuff in his head sometimes.
Whatever. For what?
Like when he sleep on the couch, he be sleeping, I'll be like, oh, I could just slap his head.
Jealous.
Or
Because I
something.
finally go to
He's
sleep.
so aggressive. Oh, he's so aggressive. He makes me be the girl like all the time. And I'm like, don't tell me what to do. You don't own me.
Yeah, I carry her bags. I don't let her carry her own bags.
Oh, sometimes that bothers me, ladies. Isn't that right? Like,
Are we getting into this discussion now?
what?
The alpha
It
male.
sounds like it, don't it?
Might as well.
Oh, well, do we have the proposal?
Do you want it with or without audio? You gonna talk through it, or you want them to hear the audio?
You can. I don't even know how much audio it really is.
Yeah, I don't either. I didn't listen to it.
I'm gonna talk y'all through it. He's gonna play it, and I'm gonna give y'all the backstory of it.
I want to
Okay.
go how I said it,
You want to set it up?
how I did it. I called all her closest friends and a few of my friends, and you know, I told them what was going to happen, when, and what time, and her family. Her mom, I used her mom to get her downtown because she wasn't going to turn her mom away. We were supposed to go to my family barbecue or something like that. And, you know, anybody else would have been like, no, I'm, you know, something came up or I can't go or whatever. But, you know, using her mom was like, you ain't gonna turn down you ain't gonna tell your mama no. So
Because I will cancel plans in a heartbeat. Let me just tell you, I am fickle. I am very fickle. So,
I mean, everybody is, you know. So
yeah.
So you know, I knew mom, you wasn't gonna.
I wasn't
you
gonna turn her down.
Yeah. So
You can start rolling it.
and
Okay, it's rolling now.
All right.
so I had a plan. You know, my buddy rides bikes, so we was gonna be downtown, and if we seen each other, and if she seen all her other people and friends and sisters and everything, it was just a nice day downtown. So everybody had excuses why they were downtown, and she had no idea that I was gonna propose.
I was
None.
so naive to the fact that something was going on. Like, I was embarrassed by the fact that I was so dumb that something was going on. Like, you know, my mother's like, oh, yeah, you know, and not talk over the audio, that's fine. Or no audio is fine.
There's no audio, yeah.
Okay. You know, so my mother's like, yeah, let's go downtown. So I'm just throwing on, you know, so let me tell y'all how it was a perfect storm. So he's like, okay, I'm going to go downtown and meet with my buddy. I'm like, okay, good. You need to get out. We was doing everything together. So I'm like, yeah, good. You need to get out. And then our other friends called and they like, oh, y'all want to go get some ice cream?
right. Yeah.
That's what ice cream.
Yeah.
You guys want to go get some ice cream and walk the circle later? I'm like,
He's on his knees.
yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. You know, and so I did not, when he came up behind me after the
I
stairs.
think you was blowing your nose or something.
Yeah, I'm digging in my nose.
She was blowing her nose.
I'm digging in my nose, people. And he's like coming behind me. I'm like, and the first thing I say to him is, what are you doing here? We're not supposed to be hanging out together. Because I'm like thinking, you know, he's sneaking up on me. But a side note is that it was weird because there was a Spider-Man out there, and he just started shucking and jiving in front of me. And I'm like, what
And
the-
the suit was dirty.
And his suit was old, and I'm like, do I know this guy or something? Spider-Man. I didn't give you no Spider-Man stories, did I? He was just shucking and jiving in front of me. And then everybody just started to crowd in on me. And I was like, oh my God, I'm about to hyperventilate. What is everybody doing? And I was like, something is weird. You know how the air is weird? And my mother was going live. And I'm like, why is she going live? It's so lame for her going live. And then he came up behind me. and then, you know, my first words was, what are you doing here? We're not supposed to be hanging out together. And then he said something very private to me. And what I love about the engagement part is that it was very public. It was the circle. It's the center of the city. It was very public, but it was very private at the same time, because what he said to me, only he and I could hear. And so, and then when he asked me to marry him, he got down, and I was like so embarrassed, and I was like, I ain't gonna cry when you propose to me. It was an ugly cry all the way through. It was horrible. It was ugly.
Holding toilet paper.
It was so ugly, but it was very, very sweet. It was so sweet and special. And you know what? You think in your mind, and you try to think as a woman, you know, oh, I want this, I want that. And we do want it to be special. We don't, we want that surprise element. And it was everything that I thought it would be and more. It was just like so perfect. And so, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So it was just so perfect, and it was such a good experience. And
Heather Woods is watching, the one who filmed.
oh, hey Heather.
Hey, Heather.
And Steve and I are laughing, and they love you. She wants an ice cream.
Hello, can I get some ice cream? Still waiting on ice cream, people. Thank you for watching.
We had ice
Heather.
cream yesterday.
We love y'all too. She was even there. And so let me tell y'all a little side note, because so I seen Stacy on the, did I ever tell you this story, Heather? I don't know. I seen Stacy on the other side of the circle, and I could see that he was talking to a girl, and I could see it was a white girl. And so I'm trying to be cool because I don't want to be that chick, and I know he out with the bikers and stuff. So I'm looking, I'm like, who is this he talking to? Let me find out. He's talking to somebody, and I'm going to stab him. I'm ready to. I'm like, yeah, I'm going out. It was Heather. Wait till I tell Steve. That's what I'm thinking. Me and Steve going to whoop y'all tail. But, yeah, it was Heather. So, it's the, you know, she was down there. It was just so well thought out, and it was so beautiful. And here we are, and we started the show back up because we wanted to be able to share about love and relationships, and that's what really the show is about, talking about love and relationships, everything in between life in general, and just having a good time doing it, making sure we honor God with it, and stuff like that. So we're happy, we're excited. So we're getting married on June 23rd. So I look together today, but come May, I probably have big bags under my eyes. I've been getting on his nerves. We'll be asleep. And then, or I'll be sitting there and I'll be asleep, and then he'll say, what's wrong? What you thinking about? I'm thinking about wedding stuff. Did you call your friend to ask him when he gonna do the speakers? Have you called your friends and told them when to come for the thing? Oh my God, what color flowers do we need? It's consuming my mind. Like, oh my God, I don't know what the bridesmaids gonna wear. Screw it. I don't care what they wear. They can just put on anything.
There was a time where I could come home, well, we'll be talking on the phone, I'd call you on lunch or something, and I'd be like, what you doing? And your voice just sound like one of them old women in the movies, like doing 9 things at once with a cigarette hanging out her mouth and a drink and books and stuff everywhere. Oh, I'm about to go crazy. That's
Yeah.
how it sounded, and yeah, it's.
And let me tell y'all, ladies, men will drive you crazy and make you reconsider the whole engagement,
Oh, boy.
because they just feel like you just show up one day and get married.
'Cause that's what
you
it-
mean?
That's what
I'm
it is
like,
to us.
dude, it is like bits and tiny pieces that put together this big, huge puzzle of a wedding day. Like, I'm like,
Would that be all males or just alpha males?
Is it?
I don't know. It's probably all
I
males.
think it's all
But
males
the alpha
because
male wants to be so dominant. So we're
It-
talking today about alpha males and alpha females also.
Segue.
It's to me, it's not like we talked about this that one night.
He's not gonna let it go.
Men just throw on a tux, cut your hair, and show up. Because it's just a man in a tux. Y'all get the dresses and the stockings and the shoes, and the bottom of your shoes got to match your nails, got to match your earrings, and your hair got to match
put little
your.
bags together that says "Thank you for coming to our wedding." I need addresses. I still need addresses. I still need addresses. I haven't even sent out invitations yet. You know what? We're gonna move on to the topic of the day before Josh gets us.
Alpha male, alpha female.
What do you think an alpha male is?
An alpha male is somebody, to me, if that he wants what he wants. Some people will probably just think, oh, he'll kick you behind. But an alpha male, he makes sure everything is running smoothly. Like in a wolf pack, the alpha male, he walks in the back of the pack to make sure the rest of the pack is good. Security-wise, food-wise, or whatever. So that's the same thing as an alpha male. He's going to make sure you eat. He's going to make sure you're secure, taken care of. And, and every once in a while, he wants his way.
All the time he wants his way.
Not all the time. Really?
So an alpha female.
Y'all about to see the first argument. Y'all about to see the first argument.
We can get it.
We can get.
Tear this blue couch up and then we'll be.
You're going to go at it like Peter and the chicken.
Yeah, I'm the chicken. I'm going to beat you up pretty. I think the chicken won. But anyway.
Hey, Peter got some good blows.
Alpha female is really what we say is strong woman. She's dominant. She's used to running the show. We got a lot of names for alpha women. Bosses.
We do too.
And the alpha woman is used to running the show. She's used to being dominant. She's used to taking control and taking charge. And it is very hard for an alpha woman to submit. Mm-hmm. It's hard for an alpha male to submit too.
It is.
You think those kind of relationships can work? Do you think that we're alpha male and female?
Definitely, because I think they can work. What do you mean you hate it?
I hate it when he always trying to tell me what to do. And then in the back of my mind, because in my book that I wrote, there's a whole chapter on submission. And then the chapter rings back into my head, submit to your husband.
Y'all know, I'm going to tell you what I tell her to do. Sit down and get some rest.
And like sometimes I want to do stuff too.
Well, but sometimes your eyes is red and I know you drained. So I'll take over dinner or, do whatever I got to do to let her get some rest.
We had a discussion before about the dishwashing.
Here we go.
Oh my God. I don't even know if Josh know about this argument.
Nah,
we
he
had
don't
a
know
whole
about
argument
this.
about washing dishes.
No, you had an argument.
You had
about washing
no,
dishes.
we did, because he comes home and he gonna tell me what to do, and I'm like, dude, you been at work all
come
day,
on,
and then he just come in and start washing the dishes and make me feel like I ain't doing my job. I'm
this
just
is what
raggedy.
happened.
This
This is what happened. I came home. I was still up and, moving. She was still working because she don't get off till 5. So I just started doing the dishes. That's
Instead, woman, you lazy. You should have been in here doing these dishes and had my food done, and now I got to work all day, and then I got to come home, and now I got to, but don't stop doing the dishes, though. But let me tell you, I like it, though.
I think you can tell them anything you want to, and they ain't going to believe you.
Don't nobody believe me? Whatever. Anyway, alpha male and female relationships, how do you think that we make it work?
We compromise a lot. Mm-hmm. We give and take, even earlier when I told you I didn't want no ice cream, you made me eat the ice cream.
This is the stuff we argue over first. Oh, I don't want ice cream. Oh, you gonna eat the ice cream? Take it. Anyway, that's the things that we argued about today.
We didn't even argue.
Because he ate the daggone ice cream.
Because she made me. Because she pulled the, what you say,
what?
You said something.
See, you trying to make up something.
No, I'm not. You said something to make me, you knew after you said it I was going to take the ice cream.
You make me eat the ice cream or something like that. I don't know.
How did I make you eat the ice cream?
I said you would have made me eat the ice cream.
Yeah, I gave you the ice cream.
Me sharing the ice cream with you, like, why you can't just take the ice cream? You know what I'm saying, people? Why you can't just take the ice cream?
It was like 2 spoonfuls.
So what? Those are my spoonfuls that I'm sharing with you.
Whatever. And that's why I took it.
And that's why he took it. But we do think that, I think that one of the reasons that those kind of relationships work, and because it does take compromise, and do you want to be single for forever?
It takes a lot of compromising. A lot.
Yeah, ladies, we got that bad, and we don't want to submit, and we feel like submit means that you just get ran over, or, you lose all your power. Mm-hmm. But I feel more empowered by the fact that I don't have to do everything. It's nice being the girl. Like, I don't have to.
Like
There is nothing more
15 minutes.
frustration. Nothing more frustrating than being an alpha female with a docile man. Honey, go breathe. Honey, go eat. Oh, honey, the bill need to be paid. Honey, did you know? Like, one time, don't get all upset, but let me tell you. So I dated this guy. This was a while ago. I dated this guy.
Choke victim.
I know, right? Put his name on the list. He probably still watches our show. You know who he is. But anyway, I'll tell you how you know who he is, yeah. But anyway, so we are out at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we supposed to be two grown-ups with the kids. I look up, and him and Nick come running over to me. Can we go to the aisle? Can we go over to the toy aisle?
Oh yeah, you told me about
Like,
that one.
what the heck? I guess hold hands so y'all don't get lost. Because at this point, y'all kids. At this point, you're my child. You're my child. And any grown-up things that you think you want to do with me, it's not going to happen. Because now I see you as my 13-year-old
Is that what you seen in me at church? We got in trouble at church.
Let me tell y'all a side note. We in church. He's slapping with the daughter. And they in church trying to run around the aisle.
We was trying to run around you.
Because the church is in the gym don't mean it's playtime. This dude last week
It wasn't
playing
all
in
me.
the aisles.
It wasn't all me.
It was Janae, but who the grown up?
So we was having fun.
You know what?
We got some comments.
Running around the
bringing
aisle.
attention.
Running around the aisle.
So on the aspect of the wedding planning, Starla K. Mathis said, my husband was involved and helped with things too, but my controlling self ended up taking over.
Yes.
Angel Pagan said they can work with compromise, talking about alpha, which you guys talked about. And then Heather Woods says, it's hard when you've been a single mom who's very independent, and then to go to have a man who's also used to being independent.
Yeah.
And Starla Mathis says submission is a two-way street.
Mm-hmm.
So can
Two
you guys talk
ways.
about that, being independent when you were independent and having to give up some of that?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I was even more independent because you gotta remember he spent a lot of time being married. So he really didn't have a long time of being independent. Well, you were still kind of independent.
Yeah. a
Yeah.
little bit.
So for me, you know, I didn't have to answer to anybody but the kids. You know, I did what I wanted to with them. I did what I wanted to around my house. You know, if I didn't want to do certain things, I didn't have to do certain things. And it was a really big adjustment for me. And it took me a long time internally. Like, I don't know if I shared it with him or if he even noticed, but it took me a long time to get used to the fact of being in a relationship.
I noticed.
Did you know?
I noticed.
Like, it's some things I was just used to doing. There was some things I wasn't used to doing on a regular basis. And it really stressed me out. Like, there was some times, not because of anything with him, but just in myself, I was like, you know, I don't know if I can really handle this. I don't know if I was really ready. You know, I was used to dealing with men, you know, you might be once a month, you might be once every 2 weeks. I have to deal with you, but I don't have to deal with you on an everyday basis. I don't have to talk to you on an everyday basis. He liked to talk on the phone a lot. I don't like to talk on the phone a lot.
I
So
don't.
as I was single, everybody texting, or talking just a little bit. I didn't have to deal with none of that, but he likes to talk on the phone a lot.
I do not. Why? Because I call you on my lunch?
No, you better keep calling me on my
No,
lunch.
I'm
I'ma
not
stab
calling.
you.
Nope. Did y'all hear that?
I know you better call me on your lunch.
I'll think about it.
Whatever. When he was working a night shift, you know, I mean, it's a lot. So it was a big adjustment for me. What about you?
As in compromising?
Or just going from being independent to, or not even really independent, going from married to single-ish to.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a big issue. I mean, like the things I do for you, or give up. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what a relationship is to me. So, it's not. I mean, the bigger picture is having a healthy relationship. Mm-hmm. So, if I want to have a healthy relationship, I understand that I'm gonna have to give you power or in certain areas, a give or take of certain areas, or
Yeah.
you know, so it really didn't bother me.
And I complain about stuff like, oh, he carries out my bags. I don't even want to tell y'all how
She gets mad.
I don't even want to tell y'all how unblessed I felt when I had to carry groceries in for like the first time when Stacey wasn't there. And I'm like, oh, let me just walk into that. Oh, no, dang, I got to carry these bags in the house. Now, do I wait till he gets off of work or do I
And
just?
that was a question. You want me to take the refrigerator items in and you get the rest?
Because I was like, dang, now, so going from having to do it all myself, and then it was just this really, I complain, but I really like it, though. Somebody taking care of me, giving me, doing the groceries and all that other kind of stuff. And then when he's not there, I'm like, oh, shoot, I gotta do my own stuff, and it sucks. So
Think about going to the store in the morning again.
I know. I ain't going to the store. I'm gonna wait till he come home from work, and then we're gonna go together because I just don't want to do it. But I tell you too, I'm not sure. I think Heather said it. It is very hard when you're a single mother going to blending that family in, because I'm not one of those mothers to say don't say nothing to my kids or don't discipline my kids or anything like that. I got big kids, so ain't nobody getting no whoopings or nothing like that. But if you got to check them, because I'm not gonna always be there. You should feel comfortable enough to check them. And it was very hard the first time he checked them, and I wasn't sure if he should have really checked them, but I let him check them anyway, and I was just kind of like, just don't say nothing, because it's a motherly instinct. And even when they should be checked, it's a motherly instinct to go and save them like instantly. And no, they need to be checked. And he didn't want to do it at first. I remember one time he came and woke me up. It was last week. He came and was like, you need to go say something to her. You go say something to her. I'm on my deathbed right now. I was sick last week. That's why we didn't have a show. I'm on my deathbed, and I'm like, no, you go check her.
Nah.
Because I'm like, some stuff you have to put your own foot down. They knew what they signed up for. They knew that they wanted a stepdaddy. They knew that they wanted these things. Y'all been trying to pawn me off in marriage for years now. Side note, they told me, like, if I didn't get a man soon, that I was going to be on farmersonly.com. They was like, somebody going to take you. So, so that's what they signed up for. Yeah. And so that was really hard. That's probably the hardest part for me, is the blending of the kids, because they were used to all of my time. Like, all of my time.
All of it.
Like, all of my time. Like, my kids are very, very
needy.
Clingy.
In a good way. Clingy.
So why my babies gotta be so needy? No,
they are.
I'm just joking. They are so needy.
I mean,
they are. If you know my kids, you know.
In the hour, you wouldn't imagine how many times we hear "mama."
It's like draining just sitting here thinking about the fact that I gotta go back home. Like, when we used to do shows from the house, they would creep around the corner.
What's the question? Where's the bathroom?
That's how ridiculous. No, that's how ridiculous their questions are. Mama, can I eat? You 25? Yes, you can eat. I'm not making your plates or nothing. I used to have to stick notes on the doors, because I used to do like a lot of interviews, virtual interviews and stuff when I was, out and popping with the book. And so I had to stick a note on the door. Recording, do not knock, do not ask for nothing. When I walk into this room, don't nobody ask for nothing. If you want to eat it, drink it. Don't kill yourself. Don't kill each other. And if you're not bleeding or dying, no, not even bleeding. If you're not dying, then don't knock on the door, because they are very needy. But that was very, very hard for me. It was very hard for them too, because we had to blend those houses together. And then it's hard on the other end, because his kids have not adjusted to the fact of of the divorce and all of that other kind of stuff, which, takes some time.
Yeah.
They're very older. They're much older kids. And I thought they would have adjusted a little bit better, but they did not. So my kids are like, so where are these other kids at? I thought we were getting something out this deal. I'm like, sorry. Yeah. But, yeah. So all of that is very, very hard.
Yeah.
But it's been worth it, so, I'm very satisfied. Very satisfied. Even being dominant and being an aggressive kind of girl.
Aggressive.
You don't think, why are you laughing at my aggression?
Because
I'm not aggressive enough. No,
I
apparently.
mean, you are, I guess you was, but I think you know where I'm coming from, so you kind of eased off a little bit.
Yeah.
But so I don't think you are as aggressive as
I
you
like to
think
believe
you are.
that I
Yeah,
am.
she used to call herself savage, and I'd be like, yeah, right.
Savage. I used to put up with a lot of crap, but I don't anymore. I mean, keep it up and I'll cut you. Cut you.
Cutting stuff.
So we got any more comments or anything? Is that about it?
Let's see. I never had a relationship where a man wanted to actually do their part and help. It was actually hard to get used to. He makes me stand at a door until he gets there to open it if I beat him there. I understand the groceries too.
Who said that?
Heather.
Heather, yeah.
Angel said the biggest thing about compromise, you have to learn to compromise without having regrets on the compromise you've made.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Have you ever regretted anything? Shout out to Angel and Kathy. Hey.
And Heather.
And Steve.
And Steve.
I don't know if Steve is watching, but hey, Steve.
Have I regretted anything? No.
Have you ever made a compromise and you kind of regret it?
I mean, as I think of it right now, no.
I don't think so either.
Because it's not, our relationship is not hard. I think a couple have to do a lot of hard compromising when they are not a good couple. Exactly.
Yes.
They got to be equally yoked. If they're not, I think they got to do a lot of
It
compromising.
seems to be hard.
Yeah. So, I mean, compromising as in who's cooking dinner,
Yeah.
who's cleaning the kitchen. That's not hard.
Yeah, and it hasn't been very hard, and I always thought that I would have a hard time with getting into a relationship and giving up a lot of that control and because I'm very controlling. What you?
Nothing.
Oh, is it my gum?
No.
Oh, I want chew gum next week, people. I'm surprised that Josh
That's
didn't
not a
check
problem.
me.
I
So-
don't hear it.
Huh?
I don't hear it.
I think I'm so used to it being in your mouth.
I am like a avid gum chewer, so that keeps my teeth strong. I'm just saying. But I think I can't think of a time where I've had to compromise in this situation or being with you in this relationship. I mean, we just fit. We Nikki and
Yeah.
Stacy. We Stacy and Nikki. We just fit. We
Hashtag.
Yep.
there you go. So we just fit together and we just match. Like, we are very different. We both Libras. We're both very dominant, but
We're both fair.
yeah. And we like pick each other up in like different places. Like, there's places where I'm really strong in, and all of this shows and speaking and all of that other kind of stuff. That wasn't what Stacy was into. Stacy was not into that.
I was behind the curtain like,
he would barely come into the room. He would only come into the room because we was just trying to find time to spend with each other, and that's what we do. But he would sit back on the couch and not interact. Don't want to talk on the microphone, but so that was all me. And he kind of fell in love with the whole lifestyle and stuff like that. Now he's like, yo, when we doing a show and this and that. But it's other areas where he's really strong in, and he's a man. He's a manly man, and I appreciate that. And I think that, ladies, one of the things that we'll learn is when we get with a real man, it's not hard to submit anymore, and it is a two-way street. And you'll get a man that'll submit to you. Like the Bible says, husband and wife submit one to another. It's not just us submitting and us giving up all of our control. It's them submitting, because it's things that he has to do that sometimes he may not want to do for me. Shaking your head awfully hard. You love doing stuff for me. Let me kiss this.
I do.
So, but he does it all happily, so I appreciate it all.
I'm a good actor. No, I'm just joking.
Whatever. So, So that's that. So I don't think we got anything else more to add to the alpha male. Ladies, we want y'all in great relationships and not single. So for my single ladies, we gotta figure out why you are either attracting very docile men or men that are not very dominant or men that don't know how to be men. You need to figure out why you keep attracting that. And then you need to, if you got a good man, stop making it so hard for him.
Yes.
Because we want to come to your wedding.
And you know, that's for the fellas too. You know, gotta be the man. You know, don't just call yourself a man, be a man. You know,
Right.
pull your pants up. Carry some bags.
Oh my God, that drives me absolutely crazy.
Pump the gas. Y'all know what? One time I was okay. This is my last story. This really ticked me off, you know, because it was cold out. We had just left church, and I wanted to put some air in my tire. So there was a woman putting air in her tire. So I'm sitting there debating: should I get out and put some air, help her put air in her tire?
Will Nikki stab me if I get out and
Basically,
put some air in this
yeah.
woman's tire? It's probably really.
So
really
I waited until she said something. She said,
I said,
help-
yeah, go help her
you know.
out.
So I go
I'm
up
ready
there.
to go home and eat.
I say, you know, let me help you, you know. I look in the car, there's a dude sitting in the car. That burnt me up. It burnt me up.
Because dude was just really sitting in there
Looking
like,
at his phone.
never
I
did
don't-
he ever feel,
Yeah, I don't know if it was her son. He was older than 19. You know what I'm saying? So it might have been her little boyfriend or whatever, but he was sitting in the car with the woman putting air in her tire.
yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to stand outside with me.
At
And-
least.
Yeah.
At least. So, you know, just play your part, you know.
And that's what it really comes down to. You got to know what your role is and play your role.
You gotta treat your girl like a queen,
Yeah.
something like that.
I seen him roll his eyes. Anyway, so since we said we were at a new studio and stuff, and Josh is just letting us roll on.
Yeah.
Um,
I guess that's good because he ain't did the.
he ain't said wrap it up yet.
Still under our time limit. So
Oh.
good.
Oh, okay, we still doing good. Well, we're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
talk about our Stacy and Nikki tip of the day. So we got a new segment. It's hashtag Stacy and Nikki love, and one. Why is it so funny?
Because I don't remember.
Oh my God.
I
Let me tell
remember
y'all.
what it was,
You
but I
remember.
don't remember what it was. I don't remember what
Somebody
the topic was.
Somebody needs a pen and a paper in front of us. From this point on, we're going to have notes in front of us because
Flashcards.
Yeah, a teleprompter or something. Because you were supposed to remember. So, Stacy and Nikki love. So, we'll have a lot of different segments now that we're with our new family, Fifth Column Network. And so,
The Fifth Column.
the Fifth Column Network. Make sure you guys like their page, subscribe, and YouTube and Instagram and all those great places. But we'll have a couple of different segments, and one of them is going to be hashtag Stacy and Nikki Love. And so we will share a little tidbit, piece of advice for the couples out there, for the singles as well. And so for today, just thinking about what are you making faces?
No, I'm not.
Are you making fun of me?
No.
It feels like it. I feel a
I'm
little
not.
made fun of. Anyway, so thinking about from just our story and from the past and all the things that we went through, and then now that we are finally back together, I just want to make sure that I encourage men and women that to never give up on love, never give
I
up.
remember now.
Oh, now you remember.
I do.
Oh my God. Never give up on love. Never give up on asking for what you want in the
And
book
being clear.
and being very clear.
Told you I remember.
I wrote a book, an ebook. It's a little free ebook. If you want it, I'll send it to you. But it's called 3 Reasons Why You're Still Single. And in that, I talk about one of the reasons why you're still single is because when you pray and you ask God for a relationship, you pull it back from Him. So you'll say, oh, God, because that's how we do it. We're like, oh, God, bless me with a man. and make him 6'5", 250,
And
dark
don't mind that I'm
skin.
going to the club in booty shorts.
That is not part of our prayer. Don't be interrupting our prayer. Dear God. So we like, God, I want a husband. I want to get married. And then when we get around our girlfriends, I don't need no man. All I need is Jesus. And that's it. Well, Jesus don't go on dates. Jesus does not run bath waters. Jesus does not give back massages. Nor does he take you to the Boyz II Men concert when they come into town. And you sitting there and you got Jesus. That does not happen. So you want a husband. You want a man. So stop putting it out there in the atmosphere and then pulling it back up. And the example that I use is like a farmer.
Plant your seed.
Plant your seed. All right, you better give it to me. So you planting the seed as a farmer, and then you take the time and you water it. That's you telling God what you want in prayer. And then you turn right back around and you go back and you pull that seed up out the ground. And then you come out shocked like, oh, where's my harvest? You don't get a harvest because you keep pulling the seed up. So stop pulling up that seed. So what you want to do is you want to put that seed in the ground. God, I want a husband. I want him to be great, and I want him to be awesome and make him a good kisser and know how to do everything that a husband's supposed to know how to do, and that includes everything. And then you walk away from that prayer, and then you expect that prayer, and then you prepare for that prayer. Then you learn how to, what?
Nothing.
Because you just realized what I was saying?
No, I did, but I just had a
It was in the back of your mind. We pray for everything
like
around here.
like a certain, the Simpsons. What is it? Family Guy. How they be having them little
You had a little
excerpt. Yeah.
little blurb thing up here. This is why we would never teach together. I'd be in the middle of teaching. He'd be like, "So you gonna twerk later?" No, when
Of course.
I'm not twerking later.
Why not?
Your booty look big in them jeans. I was just gonna tell you that. No, we're not talking about that. But
They ain't supposed to say that. They want a good Christian show.
that's him. So we keep it real. Just keep it real. You know what? So that's our love tip of the day. Make sure you say what you want, stand on what you want, and expect what you want, and God will bless you with that. And I think that's when I kind of made that up in my mind, and he did too. In his own space, in his own place, he made up in his mind that he wanted what he wanted. He wanted to be happy regardless of what that looked like. And I had the same idea. And then with that, the universe has to set in motion and it has to happen.
Yep. Speaking into existence.
Speak on it. Oh,
I
you missed it.
I missed it.
You're gonna You're gonna catch the next one.
Yeah, I will.
That's all right. So we have thoroughly enjoyed today's show. I think we only got probably about a few more minutes left. Yeah, we only got a few more minutes. Huh?
1 minute.
1 minute?
Wrap it up.
Okay, wrap it up.
There it
man.
is.
So next week's show, I can't even remember what we talking about next week.
Somebody gonna have a pad of paper.
I know somebody will have a pad of paper. But on next week's show, we are excited. We got a couple of good Valentine's Day shows coming
Yes.
up. Oh, yeah. So a couple of you couples will be in your inboxes, sliding in your DMs. Yeah.
Goes down in the
Damn.
DM.
I don't know all of the words to that song. But
Me
anyway.
neither. That's all I know.
It go down. That's it.
Josh is so ghetto. He's so ratchet.
That's all I heard, and that's learning from somebody else. So.
Yeah. So we'll be sliding a couple of couples inboxes. Let us know, couples, if you might be interested. We'll be playing the dating game. Yeah. So we're gonna have a really good time. We're gonna have a couple of topics for Valentine's Day, and we'll need at least 2 couples to join us.
2 or 3.
About 2 or 3.
I think we said 3 maybe, but
Yeah.
2.
So
2 or 3.
I think we can fit about 3 couples, and we'll have fun. Excuse me. We'll play the dating game, and we'll also talk about this one burns my britches. Females proposing to men. Yeah, we'll talk about that one too. Anyway, whatever. Look at me. That's when we have it out over that topic. But anyway, we want to thank you for joining us this week. We are so excited to be with our new family. Thank you guys so much for having us, and we are excited about all the work that we will do. And Josh, J. Cole, directing us, and we're excited about it. And Trisney.
Oh, is that your nickname, J. Cole?
J. Cole.
J. Cole. Oh,
J. Cole.
J. Cole.
No, not like the rapper.
No, not Cole. No, J. Cole.
Not like the rapper.
Not like the rapper. No.
J.
So,
Cole.
We anyway. But we want to thank you guys for joining us this week on Speak On It, where we like to keep it fun, keep it real, and keep it in line with the Word of God. I am Miss Nikila.
And I'm Mr. Majors.
Make sure you join us next week for our ultra exciting show that I don't even remember what it's about. But it'll be good, though,
It'll
I
be
promise.
good. Hope.
Relationship.
It's going to be about relationships. So
Yep.
join us next week. Peace.
Oh, hey everyone! Man, what is going on? How are you doing, beautiful people? What is up? I'm your girl, Starla K, and you're watching the Thursday Wind Down. So, as you saw, we just saw the new intro. We didn't see no new intro? Oh, producers tell me we didn't see it. What happened to my intro? What happened to my intro?
It's not done.
Okay. Okay.
Outro.
Outro. Well, anyway, when you come back next week, next Thursday, we're going to see a beautiful intro, and I want to thank Martina for allowing us to film in her studio. So thank you. Make sure you guys check out everything on the Fifth Column Network. You can see past episodes all on the fifthcolumnnetwork.com. And if you're new to our Facebook page, make sure you go ahead and hit that follow button so you can see all of our content, okay? So, I have my lovely guests here. We have the beautiful Martina, Gabby, and Delitra. I'm going to have them introduce themselves and let you guys know where you can catch up with them at. All right, Martina. All right.
Hey guys, my name is Martina. I am the owner of Drea & Company. It's a design and photography company based right here in Indy. You can check me out. I'm always on Instagram and social media and Snapchat and all that good stuff. Go to @martina.drea and you can catch up with me.
She has beautiful work. She actually helped redo my basement. I'm just saying it's awesome. So.
Hello world, my name is Gabby. You can find me on Facebook, Gabrielle German, or on Instagram as Amor Fati. And as far as what I do, I'm an advocate for people. That is the core of who I am and what I do in every aspect.
And she's our scandal expert. And we thank her and appreciate her every week.
No pressure. Thank you.
My name is Lily. You can find me at Miss Lily Style on Instagram, and I am a hairstylist.
Yes, and she's one of the best hairstylists in Indianapolis. Yes.
Shout out to Starla. You brought all the connections.
Girl, next, I got you.
I'm taking notes at
All right, I got whatever you need, honestly. I'm the plug.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So tonight we are drinking, Mama had to hurry up and get something. This is called Barefoot Moscato.
When you need it and need it quick.
And You need it
Exactly
quick,
what I
and
said.
it's chill. It's always chill. Okay, I'm hyped about it.
No
I
judgment.
like my wine chill. All right, so for tonight we have a new segment. This might be a little corny, but I like it. It's called "What in the Wine is Going On." Is it too corny?
Nope,
cute.
we like it.
You like it? It's
We
cute.
like it.
One in the wine. So we're going to talk about some topics with that. First, it's the new year. I'm back. How are you guys doing? Do you guys do New Year resolutions? What did you do for New Year's? I just want to know. I'm just curious.
I stayed at home and I was cooking
What'd you make?
cabbage and sausage.
Oh, is that like your New Year tradition? Good luck
No, it's
foods?
the first time I did it, but it was
Okay.
good.
What about you, Gabby?
New Year's ain't nothing but a Monday. The hustle goes all year long. New Year's was nothing but a Monday. We just kept it rolling.
I love
Kept it
that.
rolling. I don't need to do resolutions. We upgrade and we do better all year long. So just kept it going.
Yeah, I kept it very chill for New Year's Eve. Ordered food, relaxed on the couch, did my Netflix,
Yes.
You know.
What you watching on Netflix?
Black Mirror.
Ooh, that's good. I did binge
Yes.
that. I binged that too.
Love it.
Have you guys checked that out? Yeah,
This
missed
is
out.
all
Have
I
you
watch.
checked it out? Black Mirror.
That's it.
Okay, that's it. Well, what did I do? I can't even remember. Oh, me and
Had
Reg.
fun.
No, I didn't. I mean, I did, but actually, I fell asleep before midnight. That's how I get down. I was tired. But I do have a New Year's tradition. I go to my grandmother's house, and we always have pig feet and black-eyed peas. For some reason, it's a holiday tradition.
Oh,
It brings good luck.
that slave food.
Okay.
I know, Gabby, but listen, I have to do it because when I don't do it, I have a horrible year.
Oh.
Okay? So I'm locked in this
It's
tradition.
sacrifice.
It's, I just one little bite, I don't eat the skin. But yeah, if you check out my Instagram, you can see that pig foot on there.
All right.
Yeah. So y'all don't do
Name
that.
of a good
Nope.
year.
And I don't know why pork
No
has
slime.
like the good tradition. I don't know. Do you guys do that? Anybody, producers?
No, you're not consuming slaves.
Slave food.
Oh my god, I cannot be the only one.
Oh no.
Man.
And you
It's
got
not just you.
comments from Ramon Javier Benitez. Big feet.
I'm just saying, I had a great year, so we'll see what happens in 2018, okay? So tonight, 10. Bad year.
All the year away.
I know, just fuck it. All right, so what in the wine is going on? So people are talking about after Oprah gave her wonderful speech at the Golden Globes, they want Oprah for president. Can you guys see Oprah in 2020? What are your thoughts?
I don't know, guys.
I don't see Oprah. She's got too much. She didn't know.
She cool. I don't trust her.
Ooh,
Oh.
you want to elaborate? You don't trust her?
No.
Auntie O?
I am offended.
Yes, I understand it. So are a few people in here. But Oprah just found out she was black.
What?
Oh.
I love Gabby.
No.
Those are fighting words.
Found out she was black. I'm not sure I'm ready to put her in office and expect her to show up. No,
Yeah.
I'm not trusting her to go up and suddenly show up for the people. So, And she,
Even building her schools in Africa.
that's
and-
very sweet. She can continue to be a philanthropist. I appreciate that.
Okay.
But I'm not sure I'm ready for her to be doing policy and all that stuff. Just let's
I
chill.
agree with you on that.
If she held another office first and then went to president,
Yes.
maybe. But I don't know if I trust you jumping into politics out of nowhere.
So you want her to crawl before she walks?
Yeah.
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 What
At
you
least
think,
hold
Ryan?
on to
No,
something and
I
step away.
honestly- I think she could do it. I think she could do the job, to be honest. Like, she's smart, she's intellectual.
She is.
She has a lot of power. She can do it. I honestly don't really want her to, just because I don't want her to have that stress, to have to go into a role like that. That's going to change her.
That's
And
right.
I
You don't
just-
want to corrupt her.
I just want her to chill.
Yeah.
It's Auntie O.
Yeah. I feel like she can do a lot with her network and inspiring people, as she's
Yeah.
been doing for decades.
Y'all got some comments on this.
I bet we
William
did.
McKenzie said no Oprah for president because she is one of them. And V. Reggie Mathis said Oprah just found out she was black. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Oh man, I
Brittany
know. I
Lynn
was
said not trusting Oprah. Brittany Lynn.
You've offended
William
everyone.
McKenzie said I vote for Secretary of State. Reggie Mathis said Trump done lowered the bar forever.
forever.
Monday House says we must protect Oprah at all costs. Ramon Javier Benitez, that's what she said.
Lord.
Let's see. Oprah just found out she was black, bro. Listen.
Man, that was
Not
rough.
agreeing, not agreeing.
That was rough. I was like, clutch my pearls, my invisible pearls, and wow.
You cut his deal.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was a good punch. But I loved it. I love you. I love you for that. My opinion on it is that I'd rather see Oprah say what she's doing. But I do feel like Trump has opened a gateway for celebrities to think that they can't just jump into politics. And I feel like you do need a political background to know what you're doing, or you'll have what we're having now.
Agreed.
But maybe not as extreme. But okay, so Oprah for president, that unleashed Seal. Did you guys see Seal and his meme with her and Harvey Weinstein? And talking about how she's a hypocrite and how all of Hollywood knew what he was doing. What do you guys think about that?
Everybody in Hollywood knows what's going on. They just all pretend.
What is it
like,
called? The casting couch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
They all sleep on everybody. How far will you go? No, I'm just kidding.
Not that far.
One of our producers said
No. No.
let me keep my comments to myself. I mean, how much should we pay? I was kidding. So Seal unleashed his comments, and that also caused fury with Fox News.
Oh.
They used that they used him as their pawn to talk down about Oprah if she wanted to run as president. Didn't you guys catch that? Y'all ain't following nothing.
See, and I go back and forth with this because as an African American, I feel like it's my job to hold other African Americans accountable. And I feel like I can do it better than anybody else can because you can't say nothing to me about being racist because I'm just holding you to a higher standard.
Okay.
But the danger of that and doing that in public is that you've just given Fox News the fuel that they need to continue to, talk us down publicly and on such a widespread.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's like
Media.
I can talk about my family, but you can't.
But
talk
that's
about
not for you to do. But
yeah,
when we
can't
do
do
that
that.
publicly, we open up the
The floodgates.
for them to
Yeah,
do
the
it.
floodgates. Yeah, definitely.
Got a comment from William McKenzie. Said Seal needs to stick to being kissed by a rose.
I love this. Oh, well, I did think Seal's clap back to Stacey Dash was amazing. I'm going to read this to you guys right here.
Yes.
So, Seal said this: Fox News, don't try and use me as a pawn against Oprah and in any of your political games. And Stacey Dash, keep my name out of your, I want to put the MF word, but he didn't say that, but out of my mouth. He said, do not requote anything I have said in order to reinforce your self-hating agenda. You live in the sunken place. Again, this was not an attack against Oprah. This was an observation of the toxic nature of Hollywood, and I believe that conscious people are progressive people. What'd you write? So I love this clapback.
Yes,
I'm not mad.
yes.
I'm not mad.
Poor
Keep
Stacey.
them in their place, and that kind of helps. Is like if you are gonna put Oprah out there, when they come forward and you show back up, and Stacey Dash does what they say.
Do you feel like the damage is already done?
No,
No.
no.
Okay.
Because if she were to run, this will be under the rug by the time she do.
Yeah. All right, so moving on from that, we have, oh my goodness. Okay, y'all ready for this one? I hope y'all been following and paying attention to the news. Okay, we have Aziz Ansari. So, I don't know if you guys heard, but once he won the Golden Globes, there was a news article that went out about him and a date with a young lady named Grace that they're using to hide her identity.
Okay.
But it was like
Interesting
basically,
name.
yeah. I was gonna say something like she's really graceful,
Well,
but we're not gonna go like that. Okay. So basically, they had a horrible date. Things went out of whack, and they basically accused him of sexual assault.
did they have a horrible date though?
So
Not if they was getting it on.
Because it sounded like they had a good time.
If you was starting and stopping and starting and stopping, that's like
Sounded like they
torture.
had fun.
That's a little bit of torture.
I think that's tricky though. I think it's tricky to kind of go back and forth. You
Don't
never
give it
know.
to me and then
Yeah.
take it
You
away.
never know.
So from that article, that made me think because she talked about nonverbal cues, and I was like, well, what is a nonverbal cues, and what can we tell women out there about how to be more verbal or how to actually show someone when you don't want any more sexual attention, or if you went too far, what do you do to back? Like, you know what, this ain't working.
Stop. Like if you don't want any more sexual attention, keep your mouth off of her. Like she didn't do that though.
Yeah.
Like she didn't do that though.
But what do you think her nonverbal cue was?
That's a great question.
Is it like,
I'm sure she probably did scoot away at one
Yeah.
point, or she may have looked uncomfortable,
Mm-hmm.
or withdrew into herself. Like she folds your arms and you keep yourself kind of withdrawn into yourself.
Sure.
I understand going back and forth about a decision. I think on his end, he should have just been smart, and when he realized she wasn't fully committed, he needed to call it because he needs to know his role and how much trouble he can get in. It's very apparent in the news right now. You needed to stop.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, it's apparent. You know, you got James Franco, as soon as he won, or as soon as they saw him with a Time's Up pin, you know, women were tweeting about how why he shouldn't be wearing the pin and how he's a hypocrite. So it seemed like the Me Too movement is really strong right now, but it's hitting anyone who's winning. And when I say winning in the sense of you see them on TV, they might be supporting the cause of Me Too, and they may have done something that was kind of blurry the line, not necessarily a sexual assault or they were in sexual power, but how do you feel that's going to help the movement as far as the Me Too? Are we going to see a lot of these them two, Aziz two, James Franco two, where they just might have had a bad date?
Right. I will say though, regardless of the nonverbal cues, if there is a verbal no,
Yes.
it doesn't
all you
matter.
need.
So
That's all
let's
you
keep that in mind. If there was there a no, was there a stop,
Yeah.
then you got to go with that.
So ladies, just say no.
I don't know. You got some comments over
Oh,
here. Questioning torture.
Who is that?
Baxter's like, women don't even know what the nonverbal cues are. Mackenzie said she wanted the D.
Oh my God.
And we got 3 folks saying Aziz was just way too thirsty.
Oh.
I think he was too thirsty, but I think she was a little
She thirsty
excited.
too.
I think she was really
They were both
excited.
dehydrated.
Yeah, I think she was really excited because there was a backstory on the day, how she was telling all her coworkers how she was going out with him, asking what to wear, and then just hyped the date up.
I think she tried to be a prostitute and wasn't good at it. She was involved and not committed.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Where does Gabby come? Like, where does this come
She
from?
went, she tried to land her man. She was like, I'm about to get me, a rich husband. She's like, I'm going to go through with this and I'm going to lock him in. And then she got cold feet, kind of, sort of sometimes, but not really. And so she didn't know if she was involved or committed. I think she tried to go land her rich man. She just wasn't fully down.
She wasn't fully down, huh?
For the record, those
The
were
books
Gabby
told her.
statements. Those were
The
Gabby
books
statements.
didn't prepare her for that.
What books?
The one she read about him said
Oh.
he's a nice guy and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why she hadn't committed to that
Right.
yet.
Mm-hmm.
She thought he wasn't going to do that.
Yeah, she definitely thought, he was going to be different on the day compared to, she compared his stand-up to how he would treat her. And I don't know.
And I'm serious.
It's great.
Let me be
great
clear.
area.
No means no. If she
Yes.
pulled away and if she began to show signs of not being interested, he should have took the hint and just stopped.
Right.
If he cared about how she felt and if he cared about, himself, he should have just stopped.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we are going to talk about more things when you guys come back on the Thursday Wind Down. We're going to get into a fun game. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, everyone, what's up? We are back at the Thursday Wind Down. Oh, today's my birthday. So this segment, we're going to talk about some birthday games. So first, I want to play a quick little game. Never Have I Ever. Do you guys like this game? Have you played it before?
You can go south.
Yes.
I won't embarrass you guys too much. I won't embarrass you too much. Okay, so, Delitra.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Never have I ever, what do I want to do? Broken something at a friend's house and then not told them.
Does it have to be an immediate friend or like
Associate.
So then,
or friends, like a friend's family member?
Just tell us the story.
Well, one time we were at Starla's cousin's house
Oh.
and we were pretty, wasted.
Oh.
And I think I climbed on top of the toilet seat, but I broke the toilet seat and I didn't say anything.
And
we
they thought it
left.
was me. And it was your ass.
So I'm supposed to drink, right?
finding this out?
I knew it was broken.
Oh, you
I
didn't
didn't
know
know
it
it
was
was I was drunk. I don't know what happens when I'm
Oh, girl, I
drunk.
thought we'd been talking about that. My bad.
Ooh, things
Okay.
coming out.
This is good. I hope they're watching. All right.
Sorry.
All right, Gabby. Never have I ever. I'm gonna mark this off. So when it's my turn, you guys can pick one. Never have I ever Okay. Injured myself while trying to impress a girl or boy I was interested in.
Tell it.
No,
Yeah.
no, I have not injured myself while trying to impress a boy, but I did run up the down escalator while being chased by a clown on stilts and embarrassed myself in front of a guy that I was interested in. He was chasing me.
Why?
Where were you
I don't-
at with
Navy
the
Pier
clown?
in
Oh,
Chicago,
okay.
Illinois.
Okay.
And my best friend knew I was scared of him. Because, well, my former best friend.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
you're not.
She knew I was scared of him, so she told the clown on stilts to chase me, and she knew that the guy that I was madly in love with was right there. So he did, and I ran up the down escalator to get rid of him.
I'm glad you got that off your chest.
Right.
Yes,
I feel that. I felt it.
I'm still traumatized.
Yeah.
All right, Martina.
Okay.
This is a good one.
Oh, Lord.
All right, have you ever or never have I ever cried or flirted my way out of a speeding ticket? With God.
Listen, I didn't get my first ticket until I was like 23. Absolutely. I'm quite the actress.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm
She
not
said,
gonna
I
lie.
was like, I want to see it. You guys want to see
I'm not
this?
gonna
We want to see
Let's
this.
go. 3, 2, 1.
Ma'am, here's your ticket.
Sometimes you gotta put on the waterworks. I mean, if you just, they come up to your window, let them know what you're going through. I really didn't know. Can you give me a warning? It works.
I love it. All right, I'm going to let you guys pick one for me. Be nice and gentle.
Not at all.
Non-nice.
Be nice and gentle. I don't know about all this laughter.
So we have decided. Who wants to read it?
We have decided.
Never have I ever accidentally said I love you to someone.
Accidentally.
Accidentally, that means you didn't
I
really
say it
love
all
them.
the time if I get free cookies.
Cookies.
Who are you laughing at inside your cookies?
Never have I ever? I don't know.
We're talking about
Found
chocolate.
upon that.
We're talking about chocolate.
Yes, chocolate cookies, not cookie
I
cookies.
don't know where we went with that. Okay.
I don't know.
Left.
Very left. I don't think that was outlined on the proper ones to pick. No, have I ever? Is it lied right to someone?
Accidentally.
Accidentally said I love you. I think. Did I say I love you first, boo? Yeah, I probably said it to Reggie.
But that's not an accident, is it?
I mean, it was probably too soon. I probably almost freaked him out.
Did you mean it?
Right, that's what I'm like.
It looks that way.
I feel like I actually said it too early with him. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
It was like 2 months in dating, and I was like, I think I told you. Yeah, I was like, teacher, I love this man.
Oh, my girl. Do
I
you?
know.
It was real. It was real.
Yeah, you know. Okay. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna go through one more real quick. Okay. Delitra, never have I ever had a surprise party thrown for me?
Never.
Never?
Nope.
Will, we're gonna have to do it this year. But then it won't be a surprise.
Next year.
Okay.
She'll never see it.
She'll never see it coming.
She'll forget. All right, Gabby. Never have I ever dyed my hair a crazy color.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh.
I was blonde in high school.
Nice.
I was.
Yeah.
I also had green hair when I was 9. Have we had the
Was that on purpose? Or
Yes, I was channeling my genetics.
Yeah.
It was intentional.
No, I've never dyed my hair. I want to one day.
we did a rinse
She said you
once.
lied.
We did a rinse.
It was like the same color as her hair. I don't know if that counts.
Oh no.
Okay. Martina. Never have you ever, okay. I can't decide between these two. Okay.
Sounds like a no. Just
Never.
Oh no, I like this one better.
Okay.
Okay. Never have you ever had a crush on a friend's parent?
no.
She lying.
So we get to do one more for you. We get to do one more for you.
I have a story on this.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
That I don't mind sharing. My high school boyfriend, remember Dante? Oh, his dad was fine. He looked
Was
like The
he?
Rock. Girl, really trap. Anyways, I had a crush on him. So wherever you are, The Rock's dad.
I think I would too.
I'm like, I'm not your dad.
The Rock is
Okay. All right. We'll check on tape, and then we're
Oh,
done.
there's more sheets.
Yeah.
What is that one?
This one?
I would say that one or that one.
Right.
I know.
Okay.
We're trying to make it good. Trying to make it good.
Boom.
Maybe that one. Ooh, that one. That one's fun.
That
I love my producer.
Well, this
She is
one?
hype.
That one. Yes.
You make the call. Go for it.
Okay. Never have you ever snooped through a friend's bathroom or bedroom without them knowing?
Yourself all the time.
Did you find anything interesting?
What else have y'all done?
I've known her for so long. Yeah, I think
Apparently
in
they're
high
so
school, I would like go through yourself like, what do I want to take?
Why does everybody do that to me?
Because you have a lot of stuff.
That's like,
She had a lot of stuff.
right.
I know, right? All right, so I'm curious with birthdays. How do you guys like to celebrate? Do you like to go on lavish trips? Do you like to just spend a day by your damn self? Like, what do you like to do? Or what do you plan on doing, I guess, this year? We can go with that.
I would like to take a trip.
Oh, really?
My birthday is always really like super mellow. I want to take a trip, even if it's by myself.
Yeah.
But I want to go somewhere.
All right. Any ideas of mine?
Nope, somewhere nice and cozy.
Okay.
Maybe some water.
I'm going to have to make that happen for you.
No, that's going to be your
Okay.
surprise.
I know.
2019.
Take her up the street.
Take it to Eagle Creek.
We got a comment from William McKenzie that Lily ain't going nowhere.
He's such a hater.
He is a hater.
So,
But I love you.
I celebrate for about 2 weeks straight.
Really?
So I do all of that alone time, that relaxing, the traveling. The goal is to do all of that. I would say for this year, I had huge plans for 30. I was supposed to go to the Dominican, and I got my passport and everything. And then I bought a house, and I had no money to do nothing. So I went to work. But we're going to try again.
Love that.
Try again.
Decorate your house like it's the Dominican. I'm like,
It's going to have to be. It's our whole vacation.
In the house. So that's real. I feel that. I like to put up a little bit. For my 30th, I definitely did like a big party. It was real dressy. Did like a James Bond thing. So it was epic. It was epic. This year, I'm probably gonna chill, just kind of relax. This year is all about relaxation and just like self-care.
Yes.
You know, so
everyone's on that.
It's that I'm on
We have to be
kick,
because
so-
he is our president.
That might be why this is a trend. We're all stressed the hell out.
I'm gonna chill out.
I like that.
Yeah, well, I definitely am going to have a day to myself tomorrow for a little bit, a couple hours. I might as well just be real, a couple hours. But then I'm kicking it with my friends. So I actually kind of plan like a little weekend of events, which is usually something I don't think I've ever really done. Am I lying?
You plan, I don't necessarily for your birthday, but you plan events all the time.
Okay, whatever. But yeah, so we're gonna go out and have a good time tonight, and then tomorrow, and then Saturday. There's like this sexy workout class I'm excited to try out.
Is it pole dancing?
It's not pole dancing, but you wear your heels. It's kind of like a Zumba-ish
But
dance.
in heels.
In heels.
Sounds like
We're
tough
listening.
work.
Yeah. So make sure you come, okay? If you want to come, hit me up. I got you. All right. So up next, we are going to get into what are we watching. All right, ladies, y'all ready?
Yes.
What are we watching? Boom, boom, and boom. All right, so obviously we're watching Scandal. So we're going to get into the recap because that episode last week, or last season, not even last season, back in 2017. Last year was epic. But what are you guys watching? Delitra, what are you watching? Anything?
I usually just watch movies. I don't watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
Like I do watch Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder.
I love that show.
How to Get Away with Murder.
Yes. Annalise, I like her a lot. You like it? I heard you make a sound.
It's I. They
Hater.
killed Wes. I have nothing for them.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't. It's hard with
I have
that one.
nothing for them.
Yeah.
No.
Martina, what are you watching?
You know, I like my fantasy. I'm kind of a nerd, so I get into the Game of Thrones
embrace
and
that
all
too.
that kind of
The
that's my
Game of
jam.
Yes.
That's my jam.
I love the Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
After I watched it and binged it, I was walking around like, yes, my lord.
No.
Cardell was like, Mom, stop it. I know. He was like, Mom, stop it. I was like, I will take you out.
You said
Yeah, my kids. Yeah, they
Awesome
get-
parenting.
Awesome parenting. We have fun in our house. Okay. So let's talk about Scandal. Y'all ready? All right. So last year, 2016 was the last episode. It was called
17.
something. I'm sorry, 2017. Something borrowed. Quinn's missing. Who in the hell took her?
She did.
No.
Girl ain't kidnapped.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think she is either.
Girl ain't kidnapped.
I don't think she is either.
Papa
I
Pope
think they're in cahoots
They
with each
are.
other.
Yes,
Oh.
I agree.
Yeah.
Why did I not think of that?
She ain't been taken. She walked over there, and
Yeah.
she ain't dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
That's Gary coming out. She ain't dead.
Okay. I like where you're going with this. I didn't pull back that. Okay. So, okay, Gabby, let's talk about this.
I have lots of feelings.
So many.
What did you think when Papa Pope had his rant about give me back my bones?
What is in them bones? Does he
Something.
have like 24 karat gold
Something.
on the inside?
It's not just bones.
These are not just bones.
Yeah.
Like it's the map to the what do they call it that they put hook in for however
Oh,
long?
yeah.
The little dungeon, it's mapped to that or something. It's something going on with that. Them not just bones.
No. Oh my goodness. So what do you think about Jake? Is he right? Do you think Jake should just kill? Do you think Jake was right when he told Olivia just to take out her dad?
Not at this point, because I'm not that big fan of Olivia. At this point, she crazy, so she's just as big a liability as Rowan was.
Okay.
So Jake need to kill them both, and let's get on with things.
Yeah. So basically, it's like it's just so much going on. But I feel like Olivia, for a split second, she had to think: am I going to kill my dad, or do I just let Quinn die? What would you have done?
From the damn bones.
Just give him the bones,
Yes.
and then she's going to kill Quinn. I don't know. Quinn knows too much. Okay.
Yeah.
So you had Millie and Marcus. Are you still feeling them this season?
They alright.
They all right.
They alright.
Oh my goodness.
I'm always down for Melly getting some because she don't ever get none. So if we can get Melly
Her
some
lovely
extra,
lady
I'm
bits.
always down.
Yeah.
She needs some so she can be. You can't be president and not get none. Haven't
No.
we learned that?
What currently? Because
Not
y'all know they
this
said
one.
what's the
Not
name?
this
They
one.
say
They live in
I don't know how
2016.
true this
That's
is,
right.
but on my Facebook news feed,
Oh.
That's wrong.
And it's wrong.
they said, but I just want to share. They said Trump was getting them Omarosa cakes.
I
Oh.
heard about that, and I don't
Oh.
want to ever think about it again.
That makes me like.
As a fan of Omarosa, I'm going to speak out on behalf of
You're a fan?
You're not true.
What?
Not true.
Fan?
I'm a fan
Girl.
of Omarosa. She
You-
did not engage in anything that
If she did,
You
she
stand
wasn't doing
alone.
a good job because she got.
I don't know.
Move on,
Okay, I'll move
Yeah.
on. I'll go on. Okay, is Curtis dead?
That is so heartbreaking. Like, if he is, that is really sad because we needed a new hot guy. Like, I love Jake, but I'm kind of over it. So, if he's dead, I'm really disappointed.
Yeah.
He might actually be dead, though.
Yeah, Curtis was dating Olivia, and she just takes everybody out.
Sorry, we just got a comment from the Reggie Mathis. Trump was laying pipe with strippers and Omarosa.
Now what you gotta say?
Reggie, you gotta laugh at that.
All right, so you don't think Quinn is dead? Delisha, what do you think?
I don't think she's dead.
Martina? She's like, I don't get it.
Make your confession.
Yeah.
Tell us,
Okay.
Tell us the truth.
confess your
So-
sins.
She's not a
something-
gladiator.
I didn't tell you that. I ain't watched Scandal since about 4 or 5 years. I'm shoving on.
I don't know. But
She don't know who Jake is.
All I know.
She's like, you mean Lindsay Dwyer?
Right.
what, let's.
But this all sounds very interesting, and I'm happy.
I love the shade.
Sip the tea. Sip the tea.
So basically, Olivia's playing checkers and Papa Pope is playing chess. I just want to say that. I thought it was
I agree, though. I agree
like
with
that.
that.
I needed a round of applause. Okay, I'm
You know
just
what
saying.
you're doing.
What was the thing from Training Day? Can you do it, babe?
I don't even. It's so many from training.
When he was like, "This ain't checkers or something."
This ain't chess, mother.
Yeah.
No,
thank
this
you.
ain't checkers, motherfucker. This is chess.
Yes, thank you. I was looking for that.
Good job, Reggie. Yeah.
All right, let's do predictions real quick because I don't even know what time it is. How much we got? All right, predictions. We're done. Okay, let's do predictions. What you think? Oh,
All right. I think that it is going to come out that Quinn and Rowan are working together, and Mama Pope is in on that too.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, Mama Pope is in on
She
that
looks
too.
so good. She's like, so what you want, baby? And then she called her a bitch. I was like, oh, sorry, I'm
I
getting
mean,
excited.
Olivia needs to be humble right now.
Yeah, she
and I
does.
think she's gonna get it this episode. They're gonna come right back into it, and then Viola gonna come and humble her some more during the crossover episode.
Oh yes, when Annalise comes,
Yes.
it's gonna be so exciting.
She gonna humble her too.
Yes. Okay. So I'm definitely going to have to tune in tomorrow and watch it because I'm going out tonight. But I think I agree with you, Gabby. I do think something's gonna happen. I think I don't know. I feel like Olivia, she's gonna get hurt.
She's gonna have to.
She
She's gonna get
should.
hurt.
She's gonna be in the hospital, and Huck gonna be crying. And
But I don't know who's going to hurt her because I think if Huck finds out,
He's gonna kill them.
Huck gonna hurt her.
or
That's who gonna
Charlie.
hurt her. They both gonna hurt her. We gonna lose Liv.
We gonna see who's gonna hurt. That's next thing. Who's gonna hurt Olivia?
Because Quinn might be loved a little bit more than Liv right now.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
play.
Thank you, lovely ladies, for coming and celebrating our
Cheers.
first show of the Thursday Wind Down and my birthday. Yay. Thank you. Bye.